Bishop John Joseph, a man of God and man of the people. He would always be remembered as champion of human rights and Christian-Muslim dialogue in Pakistan. He believed in the power of God and the power of the poor people. He was friendly and reliable, and he had a heart for the poor people. Archbishop Joseph ARSHED of Rawalpindi remembers him as the voice of the voiceless.
The late Bishop John Joseph, Bishop of Faisalabad, he was a great leader. He was the voice of speechless community in Pakistan. He was a voice of marginalized and downtrodden people. He always spoke for their rights, and at the end, he gave the sacrifice of his life for the rights of people. We are grateful to him and to God for the life he spent as a bishop and his dedication that is remembered by all of us. Bishop John Joseph एक अजीम रहनुमा थे जो पिसे हुए लोगों की आवाज थे। वो हमेशा ऐसे ही लोगों के लिए लड़ते, उनके हकूक की पामाली को कभी भी पस्त होते हुए नहीं देखते थे और बड़े बुलंद हौसले के साथ लोगों के हकूक के लिए काम करते रहे, यहाँ तक कि उन्होंने अपनी जान का नजराना पेश किया। वो हमारे लिए रोल मॉडल हैं और आज भी हम सब उनकी कुर्बानियों को, उनकी जद्दोजहद को पाकिस्तान में बड़ी अकीदत और मोहब्बत के साथ याद करते हैं।
The present Bishop of Faisalabad, Indrias Rahmat, remembers Bishop John Joseph as a good shepherd.
हम अपने हर बिशप जॉन जोसेफ की याद मनाने के लिए जमा हुए हैं, जो हमारे नहायत ही मोहतरम और प्यारे बिशप थे। वो अपने बेड़ों की रखवाली करते थे। उन्होंने उनकी समाजी, सियासी, मजहबी और माशरती हर हवाले से खिदमत की और उनके हकूक़ की जान लड़ते रहे। उन्होंने अपनी जान भी उनके हक लड़ते हुए दी है। हम उनकी इस खिदमत को सराहते हैं और दुआ करते हैं कि खुदा उन्हें अपने द्वार रहमत में जगह दे और उनकी कुर्बानी रंग लाए और हमारा मुल्क ऐसी तमाम बुराइयों से आज़ाद हो जो इंसानों को महदूद करती हैं, उन्हें मुख्तलिफ तबकातों में तकसीम करती है। एक मरतबा फिर खुदा से मुंतजी हैं कि खुदा अपने इस बंदे को हमेशा खड़ा रखे।
Father James Channon remembers Bishop John Joseph as voice of the persecuted and the first local bishop.
Bishop John Joseph was the first Punjabi bishop in Pakistan, and I am very fortunate that I knew him from my childhood when I was studying in primary school in Okara. And also he was my professor at Christ King Seminary in Karachi. And I spent many years with him as he was chairman of the National Commission for Kitchen Dara, and I was Executive Secretary of the same commission. I found in George Joseph that he was a great leader. Every Christian was proud of him. He was voice of the voiceless, and he was raising voice against those who were persecuted. And he was against the discrimination of Christians in Pakistan, and he was a great promoter of harmony and peace. He was chairman of the Justice and Peace Commission as well. God had given him many qualities. He was a very good leader, great leader. He was a very prayerful person, and he was a very bold person as well. As we are observing the death anniversary of Bishop John Joseph on 6th of May, I feel very sad.
Bishop John Joseph is remembered for his kindness and love for the poor people. That's why Father Francis Tanvir remembers Bishop John Joseph as a kind person.
बिशप जॉन जोसेफ एक नहायत प्यार करने वाले, बेबाक, सच्चे और मुखलिस इंसान दोस्त, कायद और पासबान थे। उन्होंने अपनी सारी ज़िंदगी लोगों की फलाह व बहबूद, कलीसिया की तरक्की के लिए वक्फ की। 1988 की बात है। 15 नवंबर को उनकी सालगिरह थी और मुझे फादर बने तकरीबन 4 महीने गुजरे थे। लाहौर से फादर अनायत बरनार्ड, फादर फ्रांसिस नदीम और मैं उनकी सालगिरह के मौका पर उनको मुबारक देने के लिए उनके पास गए। और जब हम वहाँ पहुँचे और पहुँच के कॉल की, वो पता चला कि बिशप साहब जो हैं वो लाहौर गए हैं। हमने उनसे रब्ता किया। हमने कहा हम आपको आपकी सालगिरह की मुबारक देने आए हैं। तो कहने लगे मैं तो लाहौर में हूँ, लेकिन आप इंतज़ार करें, मैं वापस आऊँगा। हमने कहा नहीं, आप थके होंगे, सारा दिन भी आपने मसरूफ़ गुजारा, तो हम फिर आ जाएंगे किसी दिन। कहने लगे नहीं, आप इंतज़ार करो, मैं वापस आ रहा हूँ। रात को तकरीबन 9:30-10 बजे के करीब आए और आते ही हमें अपने कमरे में ले गए। वहीं पे उनके कमरे में खाना खाया और सुबह देर तक, तकरीबन 4-4:30 बजे तक हम जागते रहे, बातें करते रहे। और फिर हमने खुद ही उन्हें कहा कि बिशप साहब अब आप आराम करें, क्योंकि रात काफ़ी गुजर गई और सारा दिन आपने मसरूफ़ गुजारा है। तो इस तरह के वो लोग थे, बेबाक, मोहब्बत करने वाले, प्यार करने वाले, और वो अपने लोगों के साथ हमेशा एक थे। इन जैसे कायद मुश्किल से आते हैं, हम उनको याद करते हैं और उनकी मोहब्बत और उनके जज्बों को और उनकी खिदमत को सलाम करते हैं।
Father Inayat Bernard from the Archdiocese of Lahore remembers Bishop John Joseph as a person of reconciliation and harmony.
Martyr Bishop John Joseph was my theology professor at Christ the King Seminary. He tried to bring reconciliation and harmony and peace among Muslims and Christians in Pakistan. There was a great obstacle, blasphemy law, and he wanted to get rid of it, this great obstacle, to have a sound relationship between Christians and Muslims. So he voluntarily sacrificed his life. At this occasion, when we celebrate his anniversary, I like to suggest two things. One is that an SSP level officer should do the investigation, and then FIR should be cut. Second is that one who accuses and one who is accused, both should be behind the bars until it is decided who is the culprit. I wish and pray that Lord may grant him eternal peace in heaven. Thanks.
Father AYUB Francis from the Diocese of Grand Rapids remembers Bishop John Joseph as a great leader.
I am so honored to talk about Dr. Bishop John Joseph. Both of us were graduated from St. Thomas High School, Khushpur, and both of us were also graduated from Christ the King's Major Seminary. So he was my professor there. He taught me dogmatic theology, and I am the first priest who was ordained by Bishop Dr. John Joseph in 1985. So Bishop John Joseph was a great leader, and I know him from very close since I worked with him on National Commission for Justice and Peace. Bishop John Joseph was the voice of the voiceless people. He had a special heart for the people who were victim of injustices. So Bishop John Joseph was a great bishop. He was the third bishop of the Diocese of Faisalabad, Pakistan. Bishop John Joseph had a special heart for the priests also. He always was very sportive, and he was always very encouraging. He was always there for me when I needed him the most. He is the reason that I am here in America. He told.
Canon Falakshire from the UK remembers Bishop John Joseph as a great teacher and a source of inspiration.
My name is Reverend Canon Falakshire. I'm from Manchester. I met Bishop John Joseph in 1982 first time when he came to teach us in Khushpur. And the last time I met him in 1998 before his death. And I had the honor to attend his funeral too. He was a people's person. He was inspiration to the young people. He is inspiration for me even today.
Father Patrick Peter from the Dominican Order remembers Bishop John Joseph's struggle and sacrifice.
As we are approaching towards 6th May 2020, we will be celebrating the death anniversary of Bishop John Joseph, who gave his life 22 years before for the right cause. And as we are going to celebrate, I would say that we are the people of hope, and we need to celebrate the life. And that's why we are going to remember as all the people, those who are going through a difficult period, difficult time at present because of COVID-19, and the same time this we have experienced in our life personally, individually, and as well as ecclesially, when we suffered the loss of Bishop John Joseph at the parochial level and even in the diocesan level. And I would say this sacrifice give us courage to go forth. This sacrifice of Bishop John Joseph give us a right motive to go further, to fight against the unjust laws and to look for the peace and harmony in the country and among the Christians and as well as the Muslims.
Father Emmanuel Nazir Mani remembers Bishop John's life and sacrifice.
बिशप जॉन जोसेफ की बरसी के मौका पर, ये उनकी 22वीं बरसी है, हम उनकी बहुत बड़ी कुर्बानी को याद करते हैं जो उन्होंने पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए अपनी जान का नजराना पेश किया ताकि पाकिस्तान में अमन, सुलह सलामती और इत्तेहाद हो, और जो इम्तियाजी कवानीन हैं उनके खिलाफ उन्होंने अपनी आवाज़ बुलंद की। पूरी ज़िंदगी उन्होंने जद्दोजहद की और गरीबों से, बेकस और लाचारों से प्यार किया और उनकी तरक्की के लिए ख़्वाह थे। लेकिन जब उन्होंने देखा कि
इम्तियाजी कवानीन जो हैं वो इंसानों को जुदा करते हैं, और पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए ये मुमकिन नहीं कि ये कवानीन भी हों और अमन भी हो, तो उन्होंने बहुत बड़ी कुर्बानी दी। मैं पहली बार बिशप जॉन जोसेफ को कराची सेमिनरी में उनसे मुलाकात हुई। वो हमारा न्यू स्कॉलास्टिक ईयर था, उसके लिए वो आए थे, तो पहली बार उन्हें देखा और वो बहुत जोशीले थे। और मैं समझता हूँ कि बिशप जॉन जोसेफ के जाने के बाद, उनकी कुर्बानी के बाद एक बहुत बड़ा खला जो पैदा हुआ है कि वो एक दिलेराना क़यादत जो है उससे हम पाकिस्तान में महरूम हुए हैं। ये किताब जो है ये गुलजार वफा चौधरी ने लिखी है, सरमन इन द ब्लड। तो ये किताब जो है जब ये रूनुमाई हुई तो मैं उसमें मौजूद था, और बिशप जॉन जोसेफ के हवाले से जो मकालात पढ़े गए वो भी मैंने सुने। तो ये किताब उस वक्त मैंने ख़रीदी थी और ये आज भी मेरे पास है, जिसको मैं पढ़ता हूँ। मेरी दुआ है कि बिशप जॉन जोसेफ की कुर्बानी जो है वो रायगा ना जाए, बल्कि वो जद्दोजहद उन्होंने की मुआशरे में अमन और इंसाफ के लिए वो जारी रहे। मुझे खुशी है कि इस साल मैंने बिशप जॉन जोसेफ पे एक बहुत खूबसूरत गीत लिखा है उनको ट्रिब्यूट पेश करने के लिए, जिसकी कंपोजिशन फादर फ्रांसिस तनवीर ने की है और फादर हैरी नेम जो है उन्होंने उसको गाया है। तो बिशप जॉन जोसेफ।
Good morning, Mr. Harry. I have a few questions about Bishop John. Was he a leader for his diocese only?
Yes, of course. He was a bishop of the diocese, and he was consecrated to be a bishop of the diocese of Faisalabad. But he took the whole Catholic Church and the whole universe as his own family. That's why he stood for the rights of a common man. So we can call him a universal bishop.
Did he give his life?
The answer is very clear. If you read Gospel according to St. John, chapter 10, verse 11, and Jesus very clearly talks about the role of a good shepherd. And Jesus says, a good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. And Bishop John was a true shepherd. That's why he gave his life in protection of his sheep.
Was it easy for him to sacrifice his life?
Absolutely not. But his purpose and his dream was great. That's why he chose to follow Jesus. As Jesus was ready to sacrifice his life, in the same way Bishop John was ready to sacrifice his life for his flock.
Was he a religious leader only?
Yes, of course, he was a religious leader, but along with this, he was a political, he was social, he was a reformist, he was a preacher, he was an evangelist, and above all, he was a leader of the people.
Thank you, Mr. Harry. It was good talking to you.
Thank you.